Have you ever been so self-centered you think everything everybody does in the world somehow revolves around you and your choices? Mike thinks it does.
Imagine walking down a crowded street and having all of these eyes on you.
Oh my god, people are looking at me out on the street, hashtag me too.
And you're just trapped in this state of paranoia, trying to figure out what about you it is that is making people so uncomfortable.
Or maybe, you're just so full of yourself you think these people are staring at you, and really they just look at you and they move the fuck on.
I definitely feel unsafe a lot of the time in public spaces.
Well, that's your problem to deal with, nobody else's. It's not the world's job to accommodate you.
I think initially people look at me because they're like, wow, here's a tall, attractive woman walking down the street.
I think you put way more thought into what these people think looking at you than to what they think about you.
And then the more they look, they notice that I'm trans and they're like, no way. And then they're just like, oh my God. And then maybe they think, is she a hooker? Is she a movie star? Is she a model?
This has gotta be one of the most conceited fucking bitches I've ever seen. Is she a movie star? Is she a model? Is she a hooker? They're all staring at me because I'm so attractive. Get out of your own head, bitch. You're fucking nothing special. You're walking down the street. That's it.
How do I get to know her?
You're a man in a dress.
It's never positive after they discover that I'm trans, I think.
You literally just said you're a movie star and they want to get to know you. Now it's not positive? Which one is it?
I leave my house with a prayer. Am I going to get attacked when I leave my house because I don't feel comfortable or I don't feel confident in how I look?
Okay. You've bought into too much fake news, girl. There are not people just walking around attacking trans people because they're trans. It just doesn't fucking happen. You have more of a chance getting attacked because you're white than you are being trans.
Navigating in New York City as a trans woman, you know, it's more psychological. You start thinking, are they looking at me because I'm trans?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Fam, it ain't that fucking deep. You just go about your fucking day. Why are you so worried about what other people think of you?
Or some man features are coming through. Like, why is people looking? So I think it's more psychological for a trans person to feel scared in public places, especially when it's a big crowd.
Sounds to me more like anxiety and depression than anything else. But hey, I'm not a doctor. I just know that most trans people after they transition still aren't happy with anything. So, I mean, either way, whatever.
My form of self-expression is through fashion. And for me, every time I step outside of my apartment building, I always get a little bit of anxiety just because my queerness is really visible.
Why does it seem like these people don't want to be noticed but are doing everything in their power to go, notice me, please pay attention to me? Why are you paying attention to me? It's making me uncomfortable. Look at these crazy things I'm doing. Pay attention to me.
So I'm literally wearing who I am on the outside, and that's putting myself in a really vulnerable state.
If you're so worried about being so vulnerable, why do you insist on putting all of this crazy flashy clothing on and then complaining when people stare at you?
So to have all these eyes and judgments and whatnot can be really quite heavy sometimes.
If you don't want people to notice you, don't dress like you desperately need the attention.
At night, dress the way I do, I think like I attract a lot of attention to myself.
That's because you just straight up look like a hooker. Like, just 100% like a fucking hooker.
There are times where a man will approach me and they think I'm attractive, and then they start to talk to me and they hear my voice and then they're like, oh, she's transgender. And then like, I feel like the immediate reaction at that point is like to get angry or to get violent.
Really gotta do whatever you can to keep that victim narrative alive, don't you? Maybe their immediate reaction's like, oh, that's a dude, never mind. Not, let's kill it. The fuck? No one's saying let's kill the bitch.
Why are you walking around like this, trying to fool all these men?
I'm gonna use skepticism and say that that's probably never happened to you.
Like, here I was, assigned male at birth.
You're a man. You were born a man. You will always be a man. So you weren't assigned anything. It's just what you are.
And I had all these privileges, and now I'm like ruining that. I'm having surgeries and I'm feminizing my body, and that to men can make them very uncomfortable and very angry.
Yeah, I don't believe you at all. I think that the issue is when people approach you because you look like a woman, for the most part, they expect you to be a woman, and when you're a guy, they're like, oh shit, okay, that's kind of not what I expected, not what I wanted.
I had a situation once where I'm pretty sure this guy knew that I was trans, and like he was talking to me, and I talk just like this.
Okay, that doesn't mean he knew you were trans. There's plenty of fucking real women out there who talk with deep voices.
And so I was talking to this guy, and because I thought it was just friendly conversation, and I thought he was hot, so why not, right?
If you're already judging the conversation based off how the other person in the conversation looks, it's clearly not that friendly.
But I could feel that there was a woman, a cis woman, that walked by, and she obviously gave us like some really weird look, like...
Yeah? She looked at you. Oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're talking to her, in a sense. And I could feel his energy shift because of that.
What are you, some sort of fucking mind reader? I could feel his energy shift. His chakra turned upside down Blasian, and it just blackened in awful hatred because of the real women.
And then his response to me was, wait, are you a dude? And I was like... excuse me, in a sense, like, first of all, that's not the right ways to ask that question.
Okay, first off, to avoid conflict, it's easy to say yeah, because otherwise that is technically considered rape. You're lying about what you are. And second off, it's ask, not ax. And third off, that guy must have been really stupid to not fucking see it.
And then I just, like, walked away after that. But in that moment, I felt like it would have been easy for him to attack me if he felt like his masculinity was kind of like questioned.
Yeah, but he didn't attack you, did he? It didn't happen, did it? No. So why are you sitting here saying that this is some sort of personal attack on you because some guy was uninterested in you? He didn't attack you. He didn't lay a hand on you. He didn't want to fuck you. That's not a personal attack. You're not entitled to people's dicks, you selfish fuck.
For me, maybe sometimes these men don't know I'm trans.
Have you seen you? How could they fucking not know?
Or whoever I get hit on don't know I'm trans. Yeah, it's like disgusting, but secretly inside, you're like, I know I look good.
You don't look good, you don't talk well, and you have a very undeserved ego. You don't get to walk around saying, I don't like the attention, and then beg for attention. What the fuck?
And that brings me confidence. As much as I hate it, and I think it's disgusting catcalling, secretly in my mind, I'm like, I know I look good. That means it makes me feel passable when I get catcalled.
Everybody already knew women liked being catcalled. Don't act like you're breaking some ground here. The fuck? Just say that you like it and move on. Don't fucking lie because it's against leftist narrative.
As much progress as we're making in our society, I think no matter how far we go, we still have that whole group of like cis men who see trans women as weak boys instead of women.
Yes, no matter how far we go in society, there will be people who don't want to fuck you. They're allowed to not want to fuck you. They're not going to fuck you. So instead of trying to change them, I think it's best for you to get the fuck over it. Nobody owes you anything, you self-entitled cunt.
And I think that that's part of the attraction for them, too.
Could you imagine being so deluded in your fucking brain that you think people who don't want to fuck you just secretly want to fuck you because of you? God damn.
But it's also a really big hit to, like, our womanhood. I think that it's a man not seeing a trans woman as a woman and just seeing her for a boy.
Yeah, they're not gonna see you as a viable woman because they don't want to fuck you. They're not interested in fucking you. So they're not going to see you as a fuckable candidate.
Dating has been sort of a challenge because I feel like sometimes men avoid openly dating me because they think that to be seen out in public with me or to introduce their parents to me, it would prompt people to like question their sexuality. Like, is this guy gay?
Sorry to break this to you, but that would make you gay. If a guy dated you, that would be gay. You're a penis. You have a penis. You're, for all intents and purposes, a man. I'll call you a she out of courtesy, but you're a man. So you have a penis. That would be gay. These people don't have to date you. They don't owe you anything. And you pressuring them or guilting them into dating you just because you're trans is quite a bit rapey.
I think trans women are like cool and smart and hot, and guys should stop being so insecure about it. Like, we're women too.
No, you're not. And they don't have to date you because they want vagina. Straight men want vagina in their life. They don't have to date you because you don't have a vagina. Nobody owes you anything. You just have to get over that fact, okay? They just need to get over the fact that I'm trans. No, you need to get over the fact that you're trans. No one around you except you gives a fuck about you being trans. Unless they are looking at you like, well, I could fuck her. No one cares. Unless you go, I wouldn't fuck her. That's it. That's the only time you being trans is ever relevant to a conversation. You're just warped into this weird mindset where you being trans is somehow the most important thing about you. It's fucking not. You're the one who needs to get over the fact that you're trans. Nobody else does. And you need to accept the fact that people aren't going to want to fuck you because you have a dick. If you like this video and you want to hear more similar to it, please give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the section down below. I'm always interested in what you guys have to say. If you want to reach out to talk to me, please go to my Minds, Gab, and Twitter. All in the description. All are at Sinatra Says. If you're feeling generous, my PayPal